Welcome back to the channel. Let me explain everything that's going on before we get into the first Spaceman K video of 2019. So the first thing is I did get a new microphone, and now I am recording from my computer and not my iPhone. Obviously my audio quality has increased 20-fold, and now I can have the little mic in the corner like all the cool YouTubers have. But I wasn't able to get my camera, so right now we're working with a little bit of a cruddier camera, which is okay. You guys will live, and I will get that camera so soon. Okay, but today we have a lot to talk about. Today. The Backpack Kid. The Backpack Kid released a song about the floss dance. And, you know, I get it. It's like that little kind of melodic rap kind of thing where you got like Ayo and Teo with the Rolex thing. You got a Juju on that beat. I just had an ulcer saying that, by the way. I don't think those words were ever supposed to come out of my mouth, but they just did. And now the Backpack Kid released a song called Flossin', and the only thing that I've seen of it are the Genius video, or is like parts of the Genius video, because I haven't seen the full thing, and I'm going to critique his lyricism. Maybe if he sings in the song, I'll critique his singing. So without further ado, let's get into this Genius video. He hit that. He really hit that. And also, what is he wearing? He's wearing like 3 layers of clothes. He's wearing a jacket, another jacket, what looks to be some sort of like bandana or scarf right here. And then I'm assuming that there's a shirt under the other jacket. I don't know how hot the little yellow Genius box is, but I'm assuming that it's not the most comfortable place to be, so he must be sweating up a storm.
I think we did record this after SNL when the dance like really exploded and we needed a Flossin' song. Working with Suede, I think he just sent me a DM. I figured out that he lived in Atlanta too, just like me. And so we were like, might as well make music together, because why not?
That's interesting. So the SNL skit was about 1.5 years ago where he danced to Katy Perry's thing, and that's what kind of took his career off. Which means that this song has been in the works for 1.5 years, okay? Now keep in mind, Frank Ocean's Blonde took 4 years to make. Travis Scott's Astroworld took 4 years to make. Tool is currently on year 11. Still no album. Most good musicians' albums take 2 years to make. If you are a steady band or musician, you could comfortably release an album every 2 years. Comfortably. Without feeling like you have to rush or anything. This song, one song, took 1.5 years. I expect this to be the greatest song I have ever heard. Ever.
I be flossin'. I be flossin'. I be flossin'. I be flossin'.
So I was right. It is the greatest song ever made. Okay, look, I get it. You don't have to belt your lyrics out for a Genius video. There's no need to do that. You can just sit there and kind of be like if Lil Yachty did a Genius, he could be just sitting there like, I know you want this for life, taking pictures with all my ice. Like, he could do that, like very low, quiet, but ooh, that was so off-key, and it was just off-putting, and it was also the same 3 words 4 times. 1.5 years, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going.
Flossin' is the dance that took the world by storm on the internet. The dance, it just really came to mind. Like, I was just like playing around in the mirror, playing music, and I started dancing, and then I started doing it, and I was like, whoa, this has a cool rhythm to it. And so I just moved it to Instagram.
There's a common misconception that the Backpack Kid invented the floss. He didn't. It's 2019 now, so it'd be 8 years ago. I think in 2 days, it's actually 8 years exactly. this kid uploaded a video, and it was this kid doing the floss, and he was going, mashed potato, mashed potato. There's also another kid from 2014 who stands up in the middle of class and just kind of does something very, very similar to the floss, except rather than going back and forth, he does it twice on the left and then twice on the right. So, no, Mr. Backpack Kid, you did not invent the floss.
After SNL, it didn't have a name, but it was like still a popular dance, so people on the internet just called it flossing. Everywhere you go, you will see the flossing dance. So the craziest place I've seen the floss dance, probably like in New York, there was a little Guinness Book of World Record thing that they were doing for the amount of people flossing at one time, and it was like 700 something people, and they didn't invite me, but it's okay. It be international. You will see it in France.
Most music is written in 4s, and you can write raps in 3s and it'll be good, but that's not good. It be international, you will see it in France. Really? Really? There's no better line that you could come up with? If I go to France and I walk around the general area and I look to see if anyone's doing the floss, and I don't see a single person doing the floss, he broke his promise, and that hurts.
I want to go to Paris. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. That's great content. Flossing with my homies. I be flossing with the cops. Flossing on the block. Mix it with that Millie Rock.
Okay, so this is kind of like a generic little dance song line. You got like slide, drop, hit the quan, don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey. And now you got like, I be flossing everywhere. I be flossing with the cops. On your block, mixing with the Millie Rock. Yeah, okay. It's awful. It's some of the worst poetically I've ever heard in terms of rhyming, but it's a dance song. I mean, he's kind of following the juju and the other thing, the Rolex kind of formula. You just kind of talk about the dance a little bit, and I mean, there's not anything necessarily wrong with it in terms of a dance song, but if you're analyzing this lyrically, I just can't get over the fact that it took a year and a half.
I be flossing with Suede while I be drinking lemonade. Flossing when I'm about to get paid. I be flossing every day.
Could you imagine if he's like, I don't know, I just imagine him in this like white office, right? And he walks into this office and it's like one of his managers or like his kind of like creative director. And he's an older dude, 45. He manages a lot of like internet personalities, and he's sitting there and he's like, all right, your check came in. It's a nice one. It's a little bit higher than normal, and here you go. And he hands him the check, and he's just sitting there flossing, and because I don't know, you've never seen the kid smile when he flosses. He always just kind of. So I just imagine him like not taking the check and just sitting there like.
If you can't do it, I'm about to show you how. First you spread your legs, then you put your arms out and go left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Turn it up.
Wow. Year and a half, and you have an entire verse, a whole verse, where you just go left, right, left, right, left, right. Wait, left, right, left, right. What song did that? The Cupid Shuffle. You will not take away my Cupid Shuffle. My neighbors just blew off about 800 fireworks, so that's really cool. Why not, right? Why not? You stand up, let your dog out of the room so she doesn't whine and create background noise, and what happens? Your camera falls. Oh my god. And we're freaking live. Okay, back to the video.
Flossing, flossing, flossing. I be flossing everywhere. So I went to Chile to do this little ad campaign for this apple juice company, Viva Mejor. Then while we was there, I just did a little meetup for all my supporters. Just did a little dancing, and then yeah.
The whole point of a Genius video is you break down the lyric. That's the whole point. Like all the other YouTubers did, I think. I watched the Gabby Hanna one. I haven't watched Lele Pons. He's not breaking down the lyrics. I mean, what is there to break down? But at least make an attempt, you know? He's sitting there like, he's like, flossing, 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 I be flossing everywhere. Normally, if it's a fun song and you just throw out random lyrics, you could be like, yeah, you know me, you always catch me flossing. I'm flossing all over the place. You see me in the street, I'm probably flossing. You see me in the subway, I'm probably flossing, you know? Like, that would make it so much more fun. But he's like, flossing, 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 I be flossing everywhere. He's like, yeah, this one time, I met up with my fans, and it was actually pretty sick. It was tight. Yeah. Like, that has nothing to do with what your lyrics are.
Flossing, 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 yeah, I do not even care. Flossing, 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 I be flossing on the street. Flossing, 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 like I do it with my teeth. I do floss regularly, yeah.
The first metaphor in the entire song. Flossing, 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 like I do with my teeth. That's kind of tight. You put a little metaphor in your dance song. Maybe like an ounce of lyricism. This made the lyricism go from a 0 to like a 0.2. So good job on that one.
Flossing, it was like my first professional song ever. But since then, we have way more music that's 30 times better. Flossing, I think it's had a good run so far, but it's not gonna last forever. So I gotta branch out into more of my other talents, which I think are music and acting.
It's interesting that he said that, because that's actually kind of profound in a way, and I respect that. He said that, you know, the dance isn't going to last forever, and if he truly believes that he's a talented musician and that he does have songs 3 times better than this, that's cool. And if he believes that he's a talented actor, that's cool. Honestly, he doesn't seem like a bad person. We have a lot like worse people on the internet. I would, oh my god, you have no idea how much money I would pay to have him play like the villain in like a movie where Jason Statham plays the hero. Could you imagine that? It's like Jason Statham, he's like being really quiet, and he's kind of like walking with a gun, and he has like a partner. It's kind of like a B-list actor, maybe a C-list, and he's like, shh, he's in there. And then they're kind of scaling this wall of this like dirty place. And then he goes, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And they bust in the door, and then all you see is the backpack kid with 2 Mac 10s just flossing and shooting them everywhere. Dude, movie of the year. Alright, you guys, well, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching so much. Hopefully by the next video, or like the next 2, I'll have a new camera. So please stick around. If the backpack kid makes another song, I might just have to review it. See ya.